Right, good morning everyone, welcome back. Where we were, 5th of February 2025, we're here in Northcliffe. Got a Centurion D5 Evo, which we're going to upgrade with the Centurion D6. So the gate motor has been giving the client some issues, and the client has bought a new motor, so we're not gonna make a fuss about it. Let's just get the new motor in and get the client sorted. I'm just quickly looking to see what we do have on site, what we're going to need to do to ensure that the new motor also gives very good service. I see this is a 2019 model, so it's near 6 years old. Shouldn't give any troubles. But yeah, we've checked the gate wheels, they're all good. Steel sliding gate, looking good. We did look at the gate guide brackets at the front. They're a bit short. The gate is filled with wood pillars. So what you can have is when the wind does blow that you've got the swaying action, and it might bump on the gate guide brackets. So yeah, let's see if we can extend them just to make sure that you don't get any hassles with it. Right, stay tuned. So we've removed the old motor and we're looking at the setup to see how secure this steel platform, the existing one, is. And again, just gonna move it like that. There you can see it's moving. So it's not completely secure. Then the other thing, like the client indicated, so that support bracket, it was welded there, but your gate wheel is bumping over it, so it's causing an uneven operation of the sliding gate system. So we'll just rip it out and bring the steel platform in, get going. Okay, so what I've done is I've cut it here at the back, just through there and through there. And as soon as you can do that with a gate motor, then it's gone. Let me just quickly take it out completely. Okay, quite. So you think you had a sturdy platform, and that's how easy it came out. Old concrete. Let's see what we've got here. Let's see what we have and what we can work with. Get our platform in here. Alright guys, from here you can see what we've done is we've welded the steel platform at the back and then on the front section here. Then I fitted 2 coach screws. We can't drill in here, this is too soft. Here's a hole here, and this electrical cable runs in this fashion. So you've got to be wary where your electrical cables are coming from, because if you make a mistake, then it's a problem. So sometimes what it does, because the distance of welding is so far from each other, it feels like the platform is hollow. So what we've done is we've just added the 2 coach screws in, so that obviously if I tap it like that, you can still hear there's a vibration. So I just need to secure them further down so that you don't get that vibration. It's solid, but it's just in my mind. So guys, from here you can see our gate motor base plate has been spot welded into position. We've removed the gate motor, and obviously we need to remove the adjuster nuts because they'll start melting as soon as we start welding on it. So obviously we did cut the slot into the steel platform, which allows the electrical wire to come through. So yeah, it's quickly welded down, then we can also paint it primer paint. Right guys, as always, so what we do is we engrave the gate motor serial number onto all of the available spaces. Just turn it there you can see. So that's on the gate motor cover, serial number with the address. And then if we take the gate motor here on the top section, we've also engraved the serial number. What we do is we document it. There you can see the serial number. And then there again. So it makes it a little bit easier for us. Should anything happen and they do steal the gate motor, it's easy to trace back home because you've got the address, you've got a serial number. The only parts that we cannot engrave it on is the controller card and the power supply of the gate motor, because Centurion systems won't return them. So we're all good now. Our platform is done, steel base plate has been welded on, we've painted it, primer paint. So yeah, there you can see it. It's looking great already. So it's now just a matter of bolting the gate motor down onto the steel base plate. The client did supply the gate motor and the anti-theft system. Right guys, we're done with welding the steel rack onto the steel sliding gate. You can see the front there, we've reinforced the bracket with the extra bracket obviously. Then we had to join the steel rack again because it was poorly joined. And then here at the back on the startup again, we've reinforced it. Right, time to fit the electronic components and do programming. Right guys, we're done. We did extend the gate guide brackets because this gate is completely sealed off in a sense with all of the wooden panels, so when the wind blows it might sway the gate side to side more than compared to what it was if it was open. So there you can see steel gate rail has been painted with Durham's NS4. Let me quickly get closer to this gate motor. I'm going to activate it. So you can see that the gate motor is standing dead still. And what would be interesting is to see if I go in there where the wheels are running and it's not running anywhere close to the steel platform which has been welded into position. So if I pan in there, you can see where the gate wheels are running and it's not running on the welding. So you're going to get a smooth operation of the gate motor system. Let's quickly test it. Just like that. And then what we've done on the remote, we've set the red button as a pedestrian, which allows you, we've set the pedestrian opening cycle 1.5 meters, which allows you to go out with the dustbin and then come back, and then the gate will auto close by itself. There it goes. Alright guys, you know what to do. Give Potty a call, 083 778 2288. Check us out on smartgates.co.za. Thanks for watching.